Hello and welcome to BikeWale and to the first ride review of Hero's latest product to hit the Indian market. We are talking about the new Hero Xoom, and in this video we are going to give you the first ride impressions of this new scooter to hit the Indian market. Now, one thing that is instantly evident from the styling is that this scooter is targeted towards young buyers. But the styling is not the only USP that will attract young buyers, but the feature list too is something that should appeal to Gen Z. What are they? We are going to tell you everything about it in this video. But before we go any further, make sure that you have subscribed to our channel and clicked on the bell icon so you are notified every time we upload a new video. Now let's talk about the design, because that is one of the USPs of the scooter. As we told you at the start of the video, it is targeted towards young buyers, which is instantly evident from its styling. So you see a lot of cuts and creases all across the bodywork. Then at the front, you have this really beautiful dual tone finish to the apron, along with an apron mounted headlight, which, as you can see, gets an H-shaped LED DRL. H stands for Hero. Then at the back, you have a really nice and a compact LCD display, and since this is the ZX variant, it gets Bluetooth connectivity and it works with X-Tech system that we have seen on Hero's existing products. At the back, you have this really nice dual tone finish to the seat. There's this dotted design for the rider's part of the saddle and a really nice and a modern look, a modern pattern for the pillion part of the seat. What's also unique about this scooter is the way the pillion grab rail has been integrated into the rear panel, a styling philosophy that we have seen on the Hero Extreme 160R. So you get this really nice and a clean look while having the convenience of a grab rail for the pillion. At the back, you can see that it again gets an H-shaped LED tail light. Again, H stands for Hero, and it has been neatly integrated into the styling. Now, since this scooter is targeted towards young buyers, it is available in 4 bold colors. This one is a red paint. You also get a matte orange on the list. There is a black paint and a blue paint on offer. Then, buyers opting for the ZX variant get a more premium 3D zoom badge on the body. This variant also gets the first in segment cornering lights that are activated when the vehicle is banked into a corner. How efficient is this feature? More on that in the latter part of the review. Meanwhile, the stylish design is complemented by a promising build quality and a tactile feeling switchgear that's easy to operate even with the riding gloves on. Then there are storage solutions that comprise 2 large open glove boxes near the footboard and the underseat storage that comes with a boot light. While the design is very modern, the underseat fuel filler cap feels outdated, especially when compared to products such as the Jupiter 125 that now come with a front fuel filler cap. Further, a closed glove compartment at the front would have made storing phones, wallets or similar items easier during those monsoon days. Excluding these minor inconveniences, the Hero Xoom comes across as a solid, well-developed product. Now remember, we spoke about the promising feature list. The Xoom is available in 3 variants: LX, VX and ZX. All variants get an LED headlight and a LED tail light. Then the VX and the ZX variants get a fully digital display that show ride-related information along with a fuel economy indicator. The ZX version further benefits from X-Tech Bluetooth technology and thus shows turn-by-turn navigation and incoming call alerts. There's also a neatly tucked away USB charger to protect it from rains, but it's so well tucked away that one may almost miss it. While we didn't get to test the Bluetooth module on this scooter, we did get a short glimpse at the headlight performance. The LED lights have a decent throw and spread. The cornering lights, however, don't illuminate the road too far away and thus seem like a marketing gimmick than an actually useful feature. Now, these lights are illuminated when the vehicle is at a banking angle. What we would have liked instead is the activation of these lights when the handlebar is turned in either direction. This way, the lights would have illuminated the tight corners near the vehicle, thus making U-turns safer after dark. What's surprising, however, is the missing multifunction keyhole on this scooter. Unlike some of the rivals in its segment, this scooter uses a conventional underseat storage opening mechanism, and thus you would have to remove the key from the ignition slot to access the underseat storage space underneath the saddle and the fuel tank. So the scooter has a few inconveniences, but it makes up for most of it in the performance department. Now, underneath all of this new styling and new features is a very tried and tested 110cc scooter from Hero's existing lineup. The engine is tuned to produce 8 bhp of maximum power and 8.7 Newton meters of peak torque. This scooter feels peppy, and unless you're trying to go beyond 80 km per hour, it feels brisk in terms of acceleration. It feels refined and well composed at city speeds, say around 70 km per hour, and it continues to build momentum until 80 km per hour. Post that, however, the acceleration starts to fade away, and at 72 kilos of weight, including my body weight and full riding gear, I could achieve a top speed of 87 km per hour, speedo indicated. The refinement levels are promising too, and apart from a mild buzz from the floorboard at around 50 km per hour, there weren't any disturbing vibrations on the scooter. The brakes work well, and the disc/drum setup on the ZX variant feels progressive. Now we cannot comment about the braking performance on the lower variants since we didn't test those versions of the scooter. Then the suspension setup, which comprises telescopic front forks and a single rear spring, feels firm but not too stiff. It works well when you apply some force on the setup by adding a pillion to the mix, which really improves the comfort levels. It's lightweight too, making it almost effortless while filtering through traffic or parking it on the center stand. The turning radius is short as well, but the position of the handlebar can get disturbing for tall riders since it tends to nudge against the knees when making tight U-turns. The seat height of 770 mm makes it remarkably easy for me to place both my feet flat on the ground and have a comfortable bend on my knee. Now do note that I am 5 feet 10 inches tall. What it also does is give me sufficient amount of legroom along with a decent amount of space for the pillion rider. There's also a good amount of legroom over here, but what happens when you try to take really tight U-turns is that the handlebar nudges against your thighs. Now this can be an issue for tall riders, but shorter riders may not find it as much troublesome as some of us. So, should you buy this scooter? Well, the initial impressions are promising. It looks attractive and has a good feature list which should get attention of the young Gen Z buyers. It also has a peppy engine which makes it really enjoyable when riding in the city. The negatives are few, but there are some. Among them is the really tight handlebar position, which makes it slightly difficult for making tight U-turns for taller riders. The shorter riders may not find it as much of a problem as I did. The suspension too could have been slightly more softer for rider only setup. When you add a pillion, it becomes nice and plush, but for rider only it feels slightly hard. But apart from that, we don't really have any complaints from the scooter. One of the USPs is its pricing. The introductory prices start from 69,000 for the base version, while the top variant, which you see on your screens, is available for 77,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi. So this is an attractive scooter, and if you are a young first-time buyer, this should be among the top picks in your list.